Welcome back, folks, to Shovel Knight. We are in the last stretch of the game here. Moving into what Mega Man fans would call the Wily Castle.
We got a new area.
Yeah, before heading off into the Enchantress's palace area, realm, we're going to be finishing... Oh, sorry?
The Grizzled Seer?
Oh, that's right, yeah. He's our introductory character for this mini bonus stage. So this stage basically has you utilizing what's it called? The item you get from Propeller Knight stage. I think it's just called.
I gotta say though, what you're doing is by shoveling up a rock, then riding it. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, this weapon. Or this item is used like extensively in speedruns for this game. Like they're just maxing out their magic just for the sakes of like using this weapon because it has the ability to like skip over levels.
Those movement things. Those are the speedrun strats.
Yeah, and it's pretty precise. They use them quite a lot in these last stages actually, and it's pretty. I want to give it a shot sometime. Just to try out some of those strats because a lot of them have you like soaring over the levels where you can't even see Shovel Knight at that point. But it's yeah.
Sounds like some Mario strats.
Yeah, it's pretty precise.
Dude, that was a stressful jump. That last one over the electric jellyfish thing.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, with this game, if you have, like, if you time things out, things aren't as precise as they look. It's really just a matter of, like, timing. But, yeah, you don't need, like, in some of the bonus things, yeah, you really do need a combination of timing and proficiency to be able to get past some challenges. But otherwise, just the main game itself, that's why it's such a great game to get into if you want to start getting into platformers and you haven't really dived into them yet.
I find this idea of getting into platformers very weird because I feel like everyone who plays, like, I mean, I don't want to blanket every single person who plays video games, but like I feel like it's such a common genre and one that is so prevalent in like the history of the medium that it's like not really a thing that no one has interacted with, This is true. I'm thinking more for like I actually do have some friends who've like never touched a platformer. They grew up with 3D games and that's about it. So for those players, I wouldn't recommend diving into like Mega Man 3 right away. Over a game like Shovel Knight.
I would.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I've never beaten a Mega Man game before, so I don't know.
What classic Mega Mans have you played, Dan?
I have played Mega Man 1.
That's probably the toughest out of all of them.
And I got kind of far. I think I got to Wily's Castle. I was playing on GameCube at the time, so it's got like save states and stuff. I think playing those games without save states is like don't even bother. But,
were you playing on a GameCube
control? When I say don't even bother, I say don't even bother playing it without save states.
Right.
For me, I've played like the classic Mega Man games, but the one I played the most would probably be Mega Man 8. And
yes.
I never ended up finishing that game because of the stupid Wily surfboarding section.
Yes, the lava
oh
one,
my
right?
god!
I played like a bit of most of those games. Like, not necessarily all of like the NES ones, but like, yeah, like I played some Mega Man 8. That's Mega Man and Bass, right? Oh no, Mega Man 8 is the PS1 one. Mega Man 7 is Mega Man and Bass?
No, Mega Man Bass is its own thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was Mega Man 7.
It's a sequel to Mega Man 7, and it's also missing from the Mega Man 2 Legacy Collection, which is absolutely criminal, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because that Legacy Collection was doing just the NES games, right?
It also did Mega Man 9 and 10.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, well those are like stylistically NES games.
Can I just say though that
really
I like back when Mega Man 9 and 10 were coming out, everybody's like excited about another Mega Man game. It looks just like the old games. Like, Why would you want them to look like the old games now? I don't get that.
Well, it's like a throwback nostalgia kind of thing. Like, I kind of agree with you. Like, I'm kind of like, yo, it's kind of lame for them to just like come up with these games that look like the old ones. Like, it feels patronizing to me. But
it is.
Listen, but like a lot of people are really into that stuff, and like I get why people who grew up with those games are like we're excited about that. I heard neither of those games seem to be super fun.
9 is considered very challenging, but a good addition to the franchise. 10 is where the developers, because it was a new set of developers, they also, basically with 9, they wanted to take more of like a classic Mega Man route and, threw in a lot of old gimmicks that people were familiar with. 10, they did their own thing, and it was like weird. It wasn't classic Mega Man, like it wasn't what you would normally expect, but it was still good. Like they made some interesting level design choices and boss designs that were different, but refreshing, I think would be the word. Screw that music sheet right there. It's almost pixel perfect to try to get back onto the platform without getting either squished or just touching the spikes on the bottom.
You did do it though.
I did do it. But on my first go at this game, 100%ing it, that single music sheet caused me quite a bit of grief.
So when I first got my PS2, I was like, man, I should get some PS1 games, and so I got Mega Man X4, and probably beat like a level of and nothing else.
I actually played I played X4 at my cousin's place. I actually owned X5. And did I own X6?
I hope you didn't.
Really?
X6 is horrendous.
Really?
It's horrendous. Wow.
Yeah, it's up there
Strong
with
words.
the worst Mega Man game ever made.
Really?
Wow.
I know I played a little bit of X6, so I can't remember if I just rented it at the time or if I actually own it.
All right.
But I thought X6 was fine. I liked X5 better.
Like, I know, Will, I know you're saying that's like one of the worst Mega Man games, but like, have y'all ever played Mega Man X7? Because that game is real bad.
Yeah, I was getting to that. Like, it's usually a toss-up between X6 and X7. I think people think... I think the general consensus is that 7 is the worst one, though, because...
It's really bad.
Yeah,
I remember playing that game at a friend's house and being like, what the hell is this?
I own 7, I've been meaning to play it, I haven't had the chance to.
Oh, it's really, really bad. It was just in like that weird time where like mostly 3D had been figured out, but like not entirely, and all of these like 2D games were sort of doing the 3D switch, and some of them worked really well, and some of them were just like, oh, this is really bad, and Mega Man X7 is one of those really bad ones.
That's a shame.
I ended up buying it because, not around the time it came out, but later on, because for some odd reason, I ended up trying to hunt Mega Man X Collection and then the other Mega Man X games at one point. And I started playing the X Collection, I beat X1, and I just never really went back to it to get the rest.
X1 is a really good Mega Man X game. That 2 and 3 are... Actually, yeah, the first 5 are just really solid.
I would like to beat a Mega Man game one day.
Oh, you're dead.
Can I also just interrupt briefly to say, like, I love the look of this level, like all the silhouette stuff.
It's very Donkey Kong. You know what? I don't think any Mega Man game has done a. Done like a silhouette. No, not like
it's
this.
It's super appropriate because all your enemies are like you're fighting samurai and stuff.
Yeah, and it really speaks to the character design though.
The vibe.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Also, for those who haven't played this game, the way you sort of like navigate through this area is by looking where the rain is hitting the platforms. Wherever the rain's not wherever it's not like pitter pattering off of, that's a hole. So you want to watch out for those.
Yeah.
It's great design. It's absolutely great design.
Yeah, and I mean, like, because it's silhouettes, it really speaks to, like, I guess the character design of all the characters.
Yeah, because you know exactly, where Shovel Knight is at all times. You even know, like, what enemy, because these are all enemies you've seen before. So, yeah.
Yeah, really noticeable.
By the way, Dan, if you want to play a Mega Man game that you could sort of beat without it being too hard, try the Mega Man Battle Network games.
That's sort of its own deal. I have played some Mega Man Battle Network games. I enjoyed them. Never beat one.
Like
I feel
said,
like if I
like-
like I would want to beat like a classic
Okay.
classic Mega Man style side scroller kind of thing.
I guess
I would recommend 4. Like in the classic games, the NES series, Mega Man 4 is a good one to start with. Like
How many
It's very-
segments
I've
in that
never-
game are there where you are navigating platforms that are disappearing at like a rhythmic rate?
That's a staple in the series, man.
Really?
You're
Is there
not
no
gonna
way
get
for me
away
to,
from
to-
those.
Is there no way for me to avoid that? Because I think that's bullshit.
You can if you get Rush Jet. You can usually use Rush to like just bypass that section. In the first 2 games, I think like you're forced into doing those platformings. But yeah,
Bummer.
the disappearing blocks are they're always gonna be there.
Yeah, because in that game I was going along, I was making pretty good progress, and then I hit that, and I did end up beating it, but I was like, man, I hate this.
Yeah,
So much.
You'll love
If I
Mega
could just
Man 9.
interrupt
It's got a ton
the
of
Mega Man
those.
talk for a second, this boss is really cool.
This
Yeah.
so this is the 3rd fight with Black Knight. It is pretty cool. The music, it just takes. It totally takes Black Knight's theme and like ramps it up, and it's amazing. There have been some great remixes made from this. And he's very
really like
challenging.
this
Like
boss.
he's all over the place. Like you've got to be very precise with your movements to do this boss well. That said, in a speed run, they basically just lock him into a freeze frame movement and take him out in 10 seconds.
Oh, nice.
But I want to show his movements, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm also not
He's
sure
really
if I
cool.
can do that. Anyway, this is where we get some important story points. We sort of Black Knight's alluding to the Enchantress not being the Enchantress, but the person who we've been after this entire time. Which is cool, you know, for a game
Intrigue,
that like
mystery.
yeah.
So does that mean that the Enchantress is Willy Wonka?
Yeah. Yes, Jordan, that's what that means.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and that's how the game ends.
Yep. Surprise.
But it's not actually over. Come back for episode 12, everyone.